is Heidi and Stephanie this morning at Hen and Chicks Studio right here in Conrad, Iowa. We are so glad to have you with us today for our weekly live little shopping experience. It is always so much fun to share with you all the different things that are going on at Hen and Chick Studio, as well as some of the great products that we have. And we are going to get to our goal today is to show you, I think, every fat quarter bundle that we have in the store. And let me tell you, there are a lot. So we're going to get to that in a minute. But so often we are pieced,
Probably.
quilted, and bound by you and your mother.
Yes.
You, of course, do some of them yourself all together. Of the store samples, we're talking about all the store samples in the store. Sometimes if like I do a top, Jamie does a top, Goldie and Virginia do a top, then you quilt it and bind it. And that might be, your mom might be involved in that.
She's always involved.
She's always involved. Mothers are always involved. We love our mothers, don't we? And you and your mom have a full-time business that's called A Quilted Memory. So they are professional quilters. So if you need a project quilted, they can do that, and binding, which is amazing. And then I think one of your specialties, I would say, is t-shirt quilts.
Yeah.
Correct? And so t-shirt quilts, if you're wanting to have one made, they're the people to call. So if you ever need those resources, by all means, call us. We will give you their phone number. We give it out a lot. They also are on Facebook under A Quilted Memory.
Yes.
And the phone number is right on there to call Liz, which is her mom. And then, of course, if you ever want their services on Tuesdays, except this week, Wednesday, you can coordinate with them to bring stuff here while Stephanie is here. We don't accept things in between the days, but we do. Stephanie is allowed to talk with her quilting customers while she's here working. So, but you do an amazing job, and we're always so thrilled to see those samples come in. So thank you.
Thank you.
You do a great job. And if sometime I should do a whole series of photos of your organization, because I think that is something that is amazing, how you do understand that you read through the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You have it all organized, and you know what steps you can do and in what the process, so that while you're driving,
Yeah.
while you're sitting at,
While I'm sitting at home watching a movie with my husband.
yep, you are pinning, you're doing whatever it is that you can do, and that's
Try to always be productive.
That's right. You are very, very productive. And so, anyway, so when we show, again, the majority of the store samples, yes, Jamie makes some, I make some, the girls make some, but I would say that the majority are coming from Stephanie, and that is a job that has to be done so that we can inspire you with all the beautiful quilts that are hanging here in the store. And we love to rotate them and change them up and all of that. So anyway, so thank you very much. Well, as you can see, this is her first time doing our live with us. And so I've got my computer sitting over here. Already I can see that you know the drill. We love to hear where you're watching from. And so I see Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri. I think I saw another state in there too as they start to scroll through. As always, if we don't answer your questions while we are watching, we'll certainly try to get to you afterwards. And you know this is just one platform and one way for you to shop at Hen and Chick Studio. We love you coming in. We are located in central Iowa, and so we're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 3. But of course, you can call. Yesterday was a perfect example. The day started with a phone call, and she was struggling online. The customer was struggling online for some reason. I said, well, we could diagnose that for hours as we're having printer problems this morning, which you'll hear about later. But I said, could I just take the order over the phone for you? And the lady was like, oh, yes. You know what? Call us. We're glad to help you. We're glad to help over the phone. So if you can't come in person, and of course you can always go directly to our website, as well as use the Comment Sold platform that we're doing today. So what's happening, and what I'm going to show you, this is a brand new fat quarter bundle that hasn't even, literally has not even been, other than put in the package. We don't have a label on it. This fabric collection, you have not seen it before. It is called Homebody, and we're going to see if it's going to work. And folks, this could be a very interesting show because I'm trying something new today that they told me to do. And this is going to rank right up. Okay, so Stephanie and I were having a technology morning. Then this is how we roll. This is how we roll. So the printer this morning is not working. It says we need a new head, which heads need to roll. Okay, so I tried something new, and that is that I printed off the barcodes in a different way. It's not working. It's very clear. Oh, wait a minute.
There it goes.
Hold on. We're not going to give up yet. We do not give up easily around here. Okay, so how this works is that we click the barcode. We pray that it works. And if it does, then the item pops up. Now, there is not even an image in this product because it's so brand new. This is our new Homebody. And if you want to go around to the other side where I know you want to be, she's going to hold this up to the camera. This is our new Homebody fat quarter bundle. There's only 6 fat quarters in here, $22.50. This is a collection from Art Gallery, and we have just a few of the bolts left. A couple of those pieces are actually gone. But it is a beautiful collection. So you can go ahead and put that down. So what we're gonna try this, and we're gonna see how this works. Oh, maybe it just had to warm up this morning. Okay, so we're literally gonna go through all of these fat quarters. As we're talking about, this is Happiness Bloom's slate. Do we know what a fat quarter is? Does everybody know what a fat quarter is? Give me a thumbs up if you do not know, or if you do know what a fat quarter is. But it is roughly 18 inches by 21, and it is basically 1/4 of a yard, but it's not what we would refer to as a skinny. And I'm going to keep clicking on these as I talk, and so you can start to see. So I won't necessarily say all the names of the fat quarter bundles. So this is Stay Wild Flower Child. But a fat quarter, if you came in and said, I need 1/4 of a yard, we would cut you a 9-inch strip by the width of the fabric, which the width of the fabric is considered from selvage to selvage, and that's considered 42 usable inches. It might be called a 45-inch wide fabric, but it is considered 42 usable inches, okay? So if you come in and buy 1/4 of a yard, you're getting a 9-inch by 42-inch strip. But if you get a fat quarter, we're basically cutting a 1/2 of a yard, cutting it in, and then slicing it in half at the top. So you're getting 18 by 21, okay? So that is how we are getting a fat quarter. What are the benefits of a fat quarter? First of all, you can collect them like candy. This is what you know. They're fun to collect, aren't they? And get usable pieces. So like if I'm doing a quilt that calls for a layer cake, that's a 10-inch square. I cannot get a 10-inch square out of a 9-inch, 1/4-inch strip. But when I have a fat quarter, then I could get the 10-inch square plus some other sizes. So that helps a lot to be able to give different sizes and that kind of thing. And so what I'm doing, and as Stephanie is showing you, I'm showing you all of the different fat quarter bundles that we have. And remember that they're all slightly different. So there's a number in parentheses at the end, and the prices are different. Some of these were bundled when our fat quarters were $3.50. Some of them were bundled when our fat quarters are $3.75. And we do, of course, and as you look back here, we do have lots of individually cut fat quarters that if you want to come in and shop for those, you certainly can. But sometimes the bundles are nice because it puts together fabrics that you might not normally put together, or it just makes it easier for you. Okay, now this is house and home. So here's a perfect example that we thought instead of having one huge collection that we would split it up. So if you want the entire collection, you buy both fat quarter bundles. If you just want one or the other, you can do that. And I have to do a call out. I see Regina is watching this morning, or Gina. She's actually upstairs, and I thought they were going to come down and photobomb the show this morning for their friends Jean and Julie, who have not arrived yet for their retreat. So if we see people popping up in the back, that is exactly what is happening. They're having fun with their friends. All right, so here is Dance in Paris. And good morning to all of you. And it's so fun to have Stephanie on with me this morning as Jamie is out of town. And so it's great to be able to, have her help me today. So as we go through, there's also different designers. Like this is all Dan Morris. That is the Brilliance collection. But I want to show you, I'm going to switch gears for a second. And I'm going to show you that we sometimes put packages together to build a certain area. So for example, these were created to make a quilt that required 20 fat quarters, but they're all blues. So say for example, you needed to build your stash in a certain colorway because you're like, oh my gosh, I just don't have any blues. Then you might want to pick a fat quarter bundle for that purpose. This is our purple fat quarter for you purple lovers. And we even did one for yellow. Oh, and Gina says they're still in their pajamas. Okay, now I can see why they maybe don't want to come down. That could be a reason why they don't want to come down. And then of course, here is a nice white fat quarter bundle. So all of the fat quarter bundles there, again, if you wanted to make a quilt with them, of course, you've got a nice variety too. So again, as you continue to think, do I need to build my stash? Here is the Color Harmony. Now we thought this would also work well in the Starshine kit. Our pattern, and so we did call it Color Harmony Starshine, and it is a beautiful collection there. Okay, and here's another great color builder. This is Spectrum. There's a free pattern on our website called Bright Lights, and this is the bundle that is used in that free pattern called Bright Lights. If you can always go to our website into the search field and type things like bright light, and the free pattern will pull up. All right, here's another opportunity to increase your fat quarters in the purple hues.
So you can just never have enough purple.
No, you can never have enough purple. Never, ever. I think Stacy would say that. Which, yes, she loves her purple. But here's some other, again, color building fat quarter bundles. There's 9 in that Color Theory Cool Wave. So there's some kind of blues and teals, greens. Then we move on to what we call this the candy corn bundle. And I do think it looks just like candy corn. And who doesn't love a little of that? This is, we're calling it basically Pink Ladies there. It is... a little bit of, I'll say mostly pink, a little peach. And then if you think about, you remember the movie? What movie are the Pink Ladies in? Anybody? Tell me what movie? Pink Ladies and Summer Lovin'. This is the basically summer love. And yes, we were inspired by Greece in that. You know how our songs around here do make a difference. Okay. And again, this one's called Cotton Candy, Color Theory Cotton Candy, and it has a great balance of well. Okay, now we're going to stop looking at fat quarter packets for just a minute. We've got more. I've got 1, 2, 3.5 more bundles, but we're going to take a minute and look at patterns. Now, because of the printer issue this morning, I do not have the barcodes for these patterns because it says I need a new printer head and it will not print anything. So that will make our day a little interesting, but we'll figure that out as we always do. But we pulled some of our favorite patterns that do require fat quarters. So if you like one of these patterns and you want it, then just go to our website, type in the search field, you'll find it, and you'll be able to order it and add it to your cart that way. All right, so here we have Texas Two-Step. Texas Two-Step is from Atkinson Designs. I like this pattern for a lot of reasons. She has both a 6-inch and a 9-inch block, and then everything from baby to king. So you could have anywhere from 6 to 29 fat quarters to make the 9-inch blocks, or 7 to 34 fat quarters to make the 6-inch blocks. And great pattern for I'm going to say beginners or people, there's just not a ton of pieces. The pieces are a little bit bigger. So basically you need fat quarters and then a main color. Now you could make the main color scrappy. Like say, for example, we just showed you those whites and the purples. Like you could do everything that's in gray in assorted whites and everything, the other ones in purple, and have a very pretty purple and white quilt. Okay. Another one. Birthday presents. This is from Atkinson Designs again. What we love about this is that it doesn't require anything but fat quarters and binding. Okay, so if you say, oh, I love all these fat quarters, but I don't know what background print I would put with it, you don't have to worry because you don't have to use one. We've made this a couple of different times. And I think, are we making one right now? Are we in the process? I think this is one we're going to be making soon.
I believe so. And did we also do a scrappy binding?
We did. We
so
did.
We didn't even need binding on that
That
one
is correct. And let me look at this. What she says. Yes, but I do think you did scrappy binding. I think there was enough fabrics left over when we did it with the chicken fabrics that you did. So that's a great use of fat quarters. So it requires 12 for baby, 20 for lap, 42 for twin, 56 for queen, and 82 for king. And that makes a 117-inch square quilt. So that is a great pattern. I think that looks very sharp and very different depending on the fat quarters that you pick. So again, even if I'm going to just go back to grab the white and the purple, could you? Because we know that those are that one and yes, those two. So if we put together this fat quarter bundle and this fat quarter bundle, that's 40. Can't carry everything, can I? And this pattern, now we're too short, like 42 fat quarters is what it says to make a twin. But that could end up being a very, very pretty quilt. Can you see all that on there? And you could have them all in reverse of back and forth of white and purple, but yet not have two the same. So something like that would work. Okay, thank you. Two other patterns that we love from Cluck Cluck Sew are Brightly. This makes up so well. It requires 13 fat quarters and a background fabric. Love that pattern. And another one of our favorites, this has become a favorite around here, called Picnic. And it does require a background fabric, but 11, 16, 20, 27, 36, or 42 fat quarters does everything from a crib to a king. Awesome pattern. Looks great in any assortment of fabrics there. So that's a good one. Then for something a little different, this is the elliptical quilt, kind of a modern log cabin, I guess would be the easiest to say for it. It calls for 18 fat quarters. Each fat quarter is going to get cut into 2 blocks. Love this. Again, I think it looks very good in a variety of ways. And last but not least, for patterns, who would not want to turn 12 fat quarters into smiley faces? And so this is Come On, Get Happy, and it is, again, another great pattern for using fat quarters up. And I think this could look so good in so many different kinds of things as well. Okay, and any of you who are making any of those quilts, be sure to go over to our creative community on Facebook and add your pictures so we can see what you're making, because it is so much fun to be inspired by what you're doing. And I know many of you have done that. Now, speaking of Brightly, we did make the whimsical fabric into, I'll let you hold that, into a Brightly kit. This is just the fat quarter bundle. We actually do have a kit that has the background and stuff, but it's that fabric collection looks wonderful in the Brightly pattern. Okay, then as we move on, I'm going to go to, this is all Jason Yenter. I think he has got a variety of wonderful pieces, and so many of them go together so well, even if they're in different collections. So this is Elysian, and there's two different versions of Elysian. And so often we do not have all of the bolts left. Even if we have fat quarter bundles, we do have several pieces, but not necessarily all of every one of them. All right, then we're going to go to some batiks. This is Adventure. Oh, and Judy, I'm glad that you're coming. And yes, plan on spending a lot of time in the store when you come. It is absolutely fun to see everybody look at all this. Where I'm standing is right in front of our checkout counter. We actually have boxes right here that I'm pulling out of where our fat quarter bundles do live. They're also throughout the store with the fabric collections, but a lot of times it's nice to have them all right here so you can literally flip through them or grab them like a candy bar. And Rose Parade is a huge collection that we've broken into several, 3 to be specific, bundles. Okay, so such pretty, and you might recognize that we did something using some of those fabrics for picnic. So that's wonderful. All right, then we've got Summer Garden. This is actually bundle 2. And Summer Garden bundle 1. I did those backwards, but I know you can follow along just fine. Okay, so moving on to a whole different group of fat quarter bundles. We do package all of our own fat quarter bundles here. We rarely buy them pre-cut. We cut them ourselves because we like to put together what we think is a grouping that will be best for you and be able to be usable. And because sometimes we do mix in maybe a print that wasn't in the original collection. And this is Loving Camp Life. Because, like, for example, as we go on to the next 2, I'm going to click on here. We have Iowa State. So we've created our own unique Iowa State fat quarter bundle. And I believe that one might be the last of that particular group. And then we will repackage with whatever fabrics we have at the moment. This is the University of Iowa Hawkeye bundle. And it also we've added a couple of our own pieces to it. So, okay, then we've got Bohemian Dreams. Again, another big collection. I believe it has a total of 21 pieces in it. And, you know, sometimes that's just a lot of fat quarters if that isn't something that you want all of it. And so we, again, have bundled it in. So if you want the entire collection, bundled into 3. If you want the entire collection, you buy all 3. If you say, you know what, I want the orange, then grab that one. I want the blue, grab that. Or purple is the 3rd one for that. So that is a great way to do that. Playhouse Pals is an adorable, I'll give you that one, baby line. Again, we've split them up by what we think could be, whether it be maybe, could be more boy for the one that you're looking at. The yellow could be more neutral. If you don't know if it's boy or girl, or combine them. And oh my gosh, we've combined them and put them into the confetti pattern, and have a kit for that because it's absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. So it's not unusual that we might have a quilt kit featuring a certain fabric collection as well as then a fat quarter bundle. So that if you want to do your own thing, there are also times when we package the kit with basically fat quarters anyway. So it just is a little bit different. All right. So here's another example. Garden Society, big, beautiful collection. We have a quilt kit for it. Not showing that this morning, but we then have created fabric bundles, fat quarter bundles, so that, let me click that, there you go. So that, again, if you like all of it, you buy all 4 colorways. That's coral. This is aqua. We have, they call this cornflower. And pistachio. Love it. There you go. So you can have, again, if you like all of it, then there's no repeats in those fat quarter bundles, and you can put them all together. That would have been, I think there were 7 in each of those, weren't there, Stephanie? So that would be 28. 9.
7 and 9.
So 16 and 16, 32. Let's do some math this morning on top of things. All right, so now here's another beautiful collection, a little more fall colors. This is called Wallflower. Okay, and it comes in 3 colorways. The first one was, I don't remember, autumn. This one's autumn that I'm showing right there. And then the last one is Harvest Moon. What was the first one?
Calm and Cozy.
Calm and Cozy. There we go. Sometimes we make up the names. Sometimes the names come with them. And then there's times, here's another example where we have not created a fat quarter bundle for Songbook other than this neutral collection, because the rest of the collection is all in fat quarters in the kit. So we did not create more. We just put these neutrals together because a lot of them were not used in the big kit, but just absolutely gorgeous piece there. All right, and there is Baker's Dozen Tropical Breeze, and I believe, Stephanie, is that yes?
I believe so.
I think it's the same collection as that's in the quilt above us. So you can see, again, there's a kit for that quilt, but that is sort of how that fabric looks when it's all made up. All right, and here we've got some fun kind of pastels. And did that one go up? Yep, that's some elements, some good basic pieces in there. Okay, now we're going to go to, I'm going to pull this up so I can get to it a little better. And Stephanie, would it help if I gave you this?
Sure would.
All right, you readjust. We have to, we always have to, what it looks like behind the scenes might look a little chaotic if you saw what it is, but we want to make sure that we get to show you all of the different bundles and all of the different fabrics that we have here at the store, so that again, that you can be inspired as to what you're going to be making next. I would love to know if you've got a favorite fat quarter bundle, a fat quarter pattern that you like to use with a fat quarter bundle. I would love to hear what it is that you enjoy making with fat quarters. And do you buy them one at a time? Like, do you like going to a wall like this and picking them out? Do you like them when they're all bundled together, or maybe there's a combination of that? So definitely would love to hear from you on that. All right, you doing good over there, Stephanie?
Doing good.
I'll give you one more and then you can, okay. And let's see. Oh, there is I was looking for this earlier. All right, here we go. It's amazing how things show up the way they're supposed to. So I am going to grab, actually, one more set change. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go. Okay, So Forget Me Not is a brand new collection from Moda. And no, wait, no, hold on. I said that wrong. No, Forget Me Not is Cluck Cluck Sew. I apologize. It's Cluck Cluck Sew from Wyndham. And this is the gold bundle. I'm going to start showing you the fat quarters. That's the gold. Again, we have 3 different fat quarter bundles. This is considered the green. And obviously it's not all green, but it gives you an idea of that's the overriding theme, or that's the, you know, we tried to, that's how we've separated them. And this one is the blue. All right, another absolutely gorgeous collection is Practical Magic. This is what we're calling the dark blue fat quarter bundle. It has 16 fat quarters in it. And then we have the light purple fat quarter bundle, and it also has 16 in it. And oh my gosh, that's just gorgeous. And love every piece of that. And Wendy, love to know that you like to mix it up, and that is awesome. And again, we like doing that too. So that's like those purple and the yellow and the white bundles. That's exactly what we do, is like mixing it up. So that's awesome. All right, we've got, for you Kim Deal fans, we've got several fat quarter bundles for her fabrics. This is Harvest Hill, and that is 12 fat quarters in that collection. Then we have chocolate covered cherries.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? It happens, and it's you're trying to work around the camera and hold big bundles, and it's all good. And it, you know, it's just what happens. Okay, and then we've got so that's her chocolate covered cherries, and last but not least is her Scraps of Kindness, a fat quarter bundle, and this is our last one. If you purchase this, you do get the 8 patterns in it that are part of her collection. I do not know that we're going to re-kit it, because I think we're already, there's some piece that's already getting low. So that's what we try to get the fat quarter bundles made right away. But again, that bundle, the Scraps of Kindness, does come with the 8 patterns in that. So that is wonderful. And I'm going to just set that right there for you, Stephanie, and then maybe that'll help as you go to the next one. Okay, so we are getting down to the last bundle of the last group of fat quarters. And there's just some beautiful ones in here. And this is what is so much fun, to go through all the fat quarters, right? Okay, so Poppy Cotton has become one of our new favorite designers, and Sunshine and Chamomile. I'll show you in just a second too. So this is Farm Girls, and this is a bundle of her dots, and I like them. They're just great little background pieces. And this is also from Farm Girls. This is the last of the red. The new collection we have is Sunshine and Chamomile, and we do have it in red, navy, and yellow, but unfortunately, these are the ones that I couldn't print off the barcodes. So we have the yellow, and do flip it over and show the cute animals on the backside. I love that print. So that is the yellow bundle, and that's FQ 2262, I think it was. And this is the navy, and it's FQ 2266. And then the last one is FQ 2264, and that is the red. And so again, you can find those all directly on our website. So sorry about that, not having the barcodes, but that, again, that's just how we roll. Okay, so oh, this is Koala Me Crazy. Oh, that's supposed to be on there. Let me get that on there so we can do it. Koala Me Crazy, great little kids line of fabrics so that you can make a cute little quilt. And oh, you know what? You hold that fabric. I'm running back. Hang on, I'll be right back. Last week, we showed Jamie's top that she had made during the kids quilt session, and look what Stephanie brought back today, all quilted and bound using the Koala Me Crazy fabric. And so this is, obviously this is a kit, but just to show you, and look at the beautiful quilting on that, but that collection is super sweet, soft, and definitely will appeal to a lot of new mothers or new grandmothers, whichever it may be. All right, back to some fat quarters. This is the sewing fat quarter bundle. This is Sugar Cube. So what we're doing today is we're showing all of the fat quarter bundles. If I have not shown you one fat quarter bundle by the time we're done, then I've missed something, because man, I was digging yesterday everywhere and making sure that I had every fat quarter bundle that we have in our system at the moment. This is our home stick people collection, and it's got some cute fabrics, a little more youthful. Can't help but love our farm babies. That one is just adorable. Then we've got, oh, Full of Wonder. That wasn't Koala. It was Full of Wonder. No, wait, was it a combination? Now I'm going to get the quilt.
I feel like...
Was it a combination?
I think it's a combination.
Oh, see, we get mixed up. Okay, this is Full of Wonder, which is also another very sweet kids collection. So there's several here that would be good for kids. Forest Family Fat Quarter Bundle. Stephanie. Don't worry, Stephanie.
Fired pretty soon.
No, that's the beauty of this. You can't get fired. You're like a weatherman. You're like the weatherman. You're never going to get fired, even if the camera falls over. Because you know what? We all do it.
Apologize if I make anybody sick then.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So Forest Family is we did have a quilt kit, which is sold out. So we did make a fat quarter bundle so that you can still use some of the great things. And I see people are putting different sold things in there. And Jane, I'm just going to make sure you do know that you should have a space between sold and 169 so that I don't know that it'll pop up if it's all running together. So as you are looking at those, make sure that you do get the right numbers in there. If you're on Facebook, what happens when you type in sold 170, whatever the number is, it then sends you a message with a link to add it to your cart. If you're on Facebook or on our website, it's a little different. It says view product, and you simply can add it directly to your cart. Either way, it is no orders are complete until you complete the order, and there is no guarantee that you will get that item unless you have physically gone through the process and paid for it, and unless there's some computer glitch, then you should be fine. But you have to go through all the way through the process, okay? So here we have Morrison Park, which is a Pat Sloan collection. And Philippia, in this blue and purple, we're kind of almost out of all of that. And then I have one random, I found this, let me tell you, when you do dig for every fat quarter bundle, I found this one. It's the only one of this one. It's FQ 159, and it is one that I don't have a barcode for. And it's just 5 fat quarters in the Rapture collection. So again, you would have to go to the website and type in that SKU number at the top, or type in Rapture. It should come up too. Be able to see that. Okay, so this collection, Buttercup Slate, and if I stepped out of the way, can you see the quilt back there?
No, just the top of it above, all the way on the back yellow wall.
Yes, so we did the quilt Casanova out of the Strip Your Stash book by G.E. Designs, Gudrun Erla. and use the Buttercup Slate fabric, and we love this. Again, there are a lot of fabrics in this collection, so we divided it up into 4 collections, and that is the yellow, and this is the white gray, and we looked at if we can bundle that, and we can't. So it is, that is the end of that collection when we're done, or end of that fat quarter bundle, because some of those fabrics are gone. This is the slate gray with yellow. And then last but not least is what we call the green. And that is that particular piece. And Dorothy, it's okay that you haven't bought a fat quarter bundle. It's quite all right, but there is convenience, as you said, to be able to put things together. And it totally depends on what quilt you're making, because if you need yardage, can be very different. But certainly when there are so many patterns like we were showing, and I just grabbed a few, but when there's so many patterns like that call for fat quarters, it certainly is a great way to be able to know how much yardage you need and what fabrics you need, and quickly. So the last collection, I think this is truly the last collection to show, another favorite and perfect for Valentine's Day that is coming up. And it's called Flower Farm. And there are, again, 4 different bundles. That is the pink bundle. This is the red that we're going to show there next. We have the light pink. And of course, you can't have, you gotta have some neutrals or more neutrals in there, and that is the cream. So that is a lot of fat quarter bundles that we have shown. Did you have any idea, Stephanie, that we had that many fat quarter bundles?
I did not.
You did not even know. And you can, okay, so you got to come back around here. So as we finish up, so we have had fun showing you today all of the fat quarter bundles. Now remember, let's see, today is the 8th. Today's the 8th, right? So that means tomorrow is the deadline for entering your our sew along project, the Top It Off sew along project, which is Hat Hooray. So if you have been making that and have not, make sure it's uploaded by the end of the day tomorrow. We'll give you till the end of the day, and then next Tuesday, the 14th, I think the 14th is Tuesday. We're going to have a little award ceremony. I do not have an exact time for that, but we'll also be announcing our next sew along, and we're having a lot of fun with that and doing some prep work for it. So that is going to be great as well. So I really am glad that you've been able to be here with us today and to be able to meet Stephanie. And if you are ever in the store, by all means, on Tuesdays, except for today, which is Wednesday, her lucky day.
Except for this week.
Except for this week. I hope you have a chance to get to meet Stephanie, because she is incredibly knowledgeable in her quilt making, and so that we appreciate as you can see her work surrounding our store. So until the next time, now I'll let you go around real quick. Okay. And you can show. Until the next time, we hope that you come to our creative community and share what you're making. And if you need help, by all means, give us a call. And until the next